Is it though?
From what I hear, yeah, it's Hitler's birthday on 420. From what I hear, I haven't even
Swag.
Wikipedia searched that shit, but it's 420, and that's what people are focusing on, you know? To ease the pain from all the fucked up shit Hitler did, people smoke a joint, you know?
Why is even 420 a thing?
From what I've heard is that there were these people that were stoners and shit, and they would go every day at 420.
Yo, that is the story I heard.
Just vibe and just stoned and shit.
First of all, but like, that's just some. But why 420 though?
It just ended up being the time
that
they decided. Maybe it was like the time their fucking boss left to pipe his fucking assistant or some shit. Who knows? You know?
Oh my god, dude! Actually, yes, I've actually heard of that too. So that might be
That's
true.
That's what I heard. Whether it's true or not, you know. You know, Bob Marley was an interesting dude.
Did Bob Marley pass on 420?
Nah.
Okay.
That would have been fucking.
I'm just asking.
Weird.
No, I'm just asking. That might have been why everybody celebrates 420. You know.
Yeah, Bob Marley was on some shit, bro. Like he was doing the whole Rasta shit where there was some spiritual shit with weed, which makes sense. Weed can put you in that sort of state.
I mean,
like it can
yeah, facts, man. DMT, right? That shit puts you in a whole.
No, DMT is something else. DMT.
But weed is just extremely low leveled compared to it. Yeah. But it could definitely you could hallucinate off weed, right?
I think. Well, we're gonna get into that because I got a whole bunch of shit about weed to talk about. You know, I came fucking strapped for this.
But you didn't come fucking stoned.
No, I'm definitely sober as fuck. I don't smoke weed anymore. But I do remember the all those years I did smoke weed, man. I started smoking weed when I was like 12, 11, and kept smoking that shit till I was...
I used to take 420 so serious.
23 or some shit.
Like... We used to just like rent out a hotel room and just like buy like...
That was how serious it was?
Yes, and like it'll be like a 420 party. We'll bring girls too, and we'll probably get like an ounce, and just smoke the fuck out, yo.
You know what they say the best way to turn weed into a psychedelic is, right? This is what they say is the right way to smoke weed, according to like Terrence McKenna and these people, bro. They be like, all right, this is what you want to do. You want to make sure you're sober for like a month.
Yeah.
Like, don't smoke for like a month. And then what you want to do is you want to get as much weed as you possibly can. Lock yourself up in your home alone. It's dark as fuck. There's nothing going on. And you just smoke till it becomes fucking impossible to keep getting high.
He's saying that would make you hallucinate?
He's saying that's the right way to smoke weed. I mean, the darkness shit makes sense. You're more likely to, like, you know...
I mean,
you're more susceptible because like your neurons aren't like getting a bunch of visual information, so they make it up.
That would be the only little like thing, but like I don't know.
That's how people get paranoid and shit like that. Cause, like,
for being in the dark.
Not from being in the dark. I mean, that's just part of like the environment that sets you up for it. Like,
especially if you're in your house, like you'd be pretty comfortable.
I mean, look. Since you have a tolerance, right? You have a certain tolerance for weed.
I don't know. I'm not taking that guy's. I feel like, bro, if you smoke till you fucking can't anymore, you're just gonna knock out.
It's possible that you could knock out, but not if you're having a fucking panic attack.
I mean, yeah, probably.
The issue is like some people just don't get that effect from weed.
Who said this, by the way?
This was Terrence McKenna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was a ethnobotanist. Anyways, the point is this. I want to talk about like
I'm stoned, man.
I can tell 100%.
Yeah, I did smoke before the pod. I had to. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually do smoke generally, but not before the pod.
People have been talking a lot today about like legalizing weed finally for the fucking millionth time. They've been talking about this.
I mean, they should. They should just...
that's an outdated conversation already, right? Like fucking...
It's useless to have that conversation.
Who has a good argument for keeping weed illegal?
Yeah, like at this point, it's like... I mean, why don't they just like free everybody that was just...
They haven't done it. It's too bureaucratic. There's too much bullshit in the way. It's fucking ridiculous.
I promise you the world would get like... That would be world peace for like one day. in the U.S.
You gotta stop spending money on locking people up for smoking a fucking plant.
I seen like a stat, like it was like 43% of the of arrest were fucking had to do with weed. That's a pretty big.
I mean,
that's a big chunk though, bro. Imagine they didn't have to deal with that.
no, I mean a lot of bullshit gets in the system because of weed, and it really shouldn't be because of weed. It has nothing. It's not really relevant. It's like, unless you're trying to sell weed to like some fucking 9-year-old or some shit like that.
The real question is, where isn't weed legal? That's a like.
Here.
Yeah, bro, but
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's,
listen, nobody in Miami is tripping over. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could get arrested for weed
yeah.
still, but like, bro. In Wynwood, there's people smoking just walking down the street.
Just don't be carrying around like a fucking ounce of that shit wherever you go.
Yeah, that of course. I mean, if they could catch you with that, then yeah, you possibly will get.
Because you don't want to come around with the amount of weed that they could get you with something like intent to sell.
Yeah.
That'll fuck you up, man.
Even then, though,
Like
like
getting a record over something as stupid as weed.
it's so petty down here, though.
It's fucking ridiculous. But people love weed, man. People are willing to, fucking take the risk.
It's the best drug.
It's debatable.
I'll take that as number one.
No, I know you will. You're proving it right now. Shit.
But come on, like,
yeah.
how?
Let's talk about like the pros and cons of weed. Fuck it. Let's go for it. Let's dive in, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Like, tell me your list first.
I want your list of like the pros, so then I can come and be on like some fucking devil's advocate bullshit.
Pros of smoking marijuana.
Yeah, like what do you get out of it? Like, how does it benefit you? Like, how does it make your...
Definitely relaxes you.
Definitely.
100%. There's no debating. Unless you're like a different case or whatever.
Unless you get stressed out like mentally, but physically you'll still be relaxed because like it just relaxes you, like reduces the inflammation.
Like in so many ways, like maybe people who work out and want to smoke break after their workout, or like fighting, or like sparring.
Bro, that shit was amazing.
Things like that. Or
sparring when you're high is fucking amazing. I just gotta put that out there. Like if you ever done jujitsu like high.
You think so?
Oh my god, dude, I've done it a million times. It's beautiful. It's amazing, and you become so creative because you're not worried about getting tapped or anything. So you're willing to try the techniques and just give shit a chance.
Yeah, because it's not like an actual fight.
You're just sparring.
Yeah,
these are your friends.
It's like practicing.
These are people you've been rolling with for fucking years. You've been training with them. You smoke a joint. Let me tell you something about jiu-jitsu, bro. Half of these motherfuckers are smoking weed, if not more.
I mean, yeah,
right,
that's like the Joe Rogan types, right?
These people get high as fuck, all right? I've been in the circle, bro. I've seen the coaches with the red eyes be like, all right, we're going to...
It's a common thing? That's what you're saying?
Some warm-ups here, and yeah, very.
Yeah?
Extremely. Like, extremely much.
All of them, yeah.
I mean, not all of them, but it's
most.
Extremely common, bro. I've gone
Why do you think most of them...
Why?
Yeah, mostly the relaxing part?
Nah, I mean, I think it just comes naturally from the type of guys that jiu-jitsu. They're usually pretty chill guys, and I gotta be honest. I just told you, bro. Like doing jiu-jitsu when you're stoned is fucking amazing. Like that shit is such a fucking. It's fucking beautiful, bro. I don't know how many people like exercise when they're high. I don't like lifting weights or any of that shit when I'm high. But
I was gonna tell you that right now. I don't think I could work out high.
But I love like combat sports when I'm high, like jiu-jitsu, fucking boxing. Some people will go for jiu-jitsu, but with boxing they'll be like, all right, I'm not trying to, get punched in the face when I'm high.
For real.
But I really fucking enjoy it. Like I don't have an issue with it, but jiu-jitsu is definitely the funnest thing I've ever done when I'm high.
Okay, what were we talking about? Pros, right?
Yeah, pros.
So what did I say? Relaxation?
Relaxation, definitely. Creativity, I want to add that, because the jiu-jitsu, you get way more creative.
That was going to be my second.
You think differently, so you act differently, and so you come up with different shit,
You think outside the box. Yeah. There's been, from experience, there's been so many times where, like, I've done things high, and I'm just like, or like making a beat, for instance, like, and I do something that was like, I don't know, that I would never really do, or just something, and like it just turns out good, and like
that's what happens.
Like
that's what I experienced with like jiu-jitsu. Like I'll just try some shit that just comes up to me in half a second.
Being high, it makes you extremely open-minded.
It can.
I mean, I think it does. Like, another way, like...
I think in general that's true. I think in general it makes people more like open to like new ideas and experiences. And
100%. Because, like, even in simple things, like tasting food. Like, yo, I used to hate pickles. And then, like, I would get, when I'd be high as fuck, like, I would just order, like, a fucking cheeseburger. And the pickle would just be there. And then, like, just...
And you wouldn't even mind the pickle at that moment?
Wouldn't even mind it after that. Like, not so much.
Bro,
just little things like that. Like, maybe, like, I don't know. It's weird. Obviously, when you're high and, like, eating, that's, like... I was going to say the third thing, munchies.
Munchies.
Sheesh. I don't know, man. The munchies is...
Dude, is this mic working properly? Because, like... Is it? Because, like, when I talk, it's...
Pretty sure.
Yeah, right?
You can stop it.
Yeah, man. The weed is
technical difficulties, but we're back.
But go ahead. You were talking about like the other shit that you get from weed. Like we were talking about how you didn't even mind fucking pickles in a burger. You know what I mean? That's a big.
Are you a pickle fan? No homo?
Oh yeah, I fuck with pickles. Yeah.
What were you talking about?
I dare a motherfucker to tell me some shit about liking pickles.
All right, pros, right? So we had obvious things: relaxation, enhances creativity by. That's not even debatable.
By a lot, yeah.
What was the third one that we were talking about? I think we had, or we didn't say one, right?
I was talking about creativity.
Oh, we had said munchies.
Munchies can be a con if you're like already fat or some shit, and then you're trying to lose weight, but then you smoke some weed and you want to eat.
I mean that might be just the biasness coming from a skinny guy.
It's good for someone that's like if you're going through chemo and you have nausea and you don't want to eat and shit,
I was gonna say another pro.
It's good for pain. It's true. It does.
I mean that could be in the relaxation part, but yeah, we could do that. It definitely helps with pain, like you just said. Cancer patients use it. Like there's no debating that. Damn, I'm high right now, so I can't even figure out the pros. Like,
it helps you forget about your problems, because Mike can't remember shit right now. So
you hit it on the fucking nail, bro. Because
shit.
Yeah.
No, but for me, it actually does the opposite, bro. If I'm high, I start thinking about problems. I start thinking about shit.
You're an overthinker when you're high.
Oh, definitely. But there's reasons.
But how long though? Like the whole high?
It depends. I mean, it could be that I start doing something else.
Because
if I start doing anything. If I'm just sitting down, then obviously I'm going to start thinking about shit, right?
Right.
If I'm not doing anything, I'm just going to start thinking.
Because don't get me wrong, like, there are times when, like, weed does make me overthink, or, like, I do overthink while I'm high, but that could be, like, I don't know, based on, like, the day.
It's more common for me. It's, like, a usual occurrence if I smoke weed.
You're saying, like, at the times you did smoke, you always felt like that?
Not always.
Oh, okay.
I mean, usually I would, like, if I was going to smoke weed and I was doing something while I was high,
yeah,
I definitely wasn't thinking about anything else. It's another thing with weed. Like if you're doing an activity, you're like in the present.
I think that's the best way to smoke weed. I think that's the best way to smoke weed socially.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just it added a lot in terms of like creativity and shit like that. That's true. Think outside the box. There was a lot of that. But in terms of like, I mean, I said jokingly like forget about your problems, but. Like I said, it has the opposite effect for a lot of other people as well. I
mean, so yeah, maybe we can't just name it as a pro, but it definitely does help with forgetting about things.
It's just because of how weed works in the brain, bro. It's really interesting, bro. I gotta be honest with you, bro. Weed does some shit in the brain that is pretty odd. I'll be honest with you, bro.
I can name some cons too.
Go for it. Yeah, name some cons.
Short-term memory loss.
It's temporary, but yeah.
Just did it right now, but
it's temporary.
Yeah, of course. Like, it costs money.
That's definitely can be an issue for a lot of people. Financial shit.
Yeah, like it's a big chunk out of my everyday.
Yeah.
For sure. Like if I saved all the money that I ever spent with buying weed.
Yeah. You'd have a lot of fucking money.
Like. I would probably...
You probably would have spent it on other shit, but you
right, but I
have a lot more other shit.
If it was all saved up, I'd probably have like a brand new car now.
Oh, yeah.
If I could just guess off the top.
I could see that.
So money, fuck, what was the first one? Short-term memory loss, ironic. What? Oh, damn. Cons. Okay, it attaches a strong smell on you, but that could not be a con to some people if you really don't care. Like if you're a rapper and you smoke weed, it's like, who gives a fuck?
That really doesn't affect you very much. You're not concerned about it. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd throw that there, but it does attach to a smell. Maybe some people don't like it, certain people, so that could be a con.
I understand that.
Just on that level. Cons of weed.
I mean, I can think of some shit.
Keep going. Go ahead.
There's a lot of shit. For example, especially in terms of like the person's health is a double-edged sword. Like on the one hand, you know, when people study like weed and shit,
I mean, it always varies by person. So
there's THC and then there's CBD, right? Weed, like just the fucking like cannabis itself has a shitload of chemicals in it, right? But those are the two most studied ones, right? Like the THC, that's the shit that'll get you thinking, the shit that'll make you feel high. CBD, that shit is like really good for lowering inflammation, helps with pain.
My dad uses CBD.
And it doesn't get you high.
No,
it doesn't have that effect. And so that happens, but I mean, it can have some effects on people. Like some people genetically, like they can, if they're predisposed to like schizophrenia, it could just trigger that type of shit.
Yeah.
It could cause, especially if you're a teenager and shit, it affects like the neural pathways in the brain, so you could end up getting depression or some shit like that, or an anxiety disorder. It doesn't have to happen, but it can happen.
For sure.
And just shit like that, you know. It can increase the risk of suicide in teenagers, like overall. Right.
That's a wild stat.
But that's expected though, because if people have depression, they're already much more likely to commit suicide. Right, like depression.
You're saying weed could cause depression?
Yeah, it can. Yeah.
I mean, can anything cause depression?
No.
That might have been a hard question, but so you're saying what's the percentage though?
It's not something that, I mean, the percentage is relative to whatever you measure it compared to. Like when you measure
So you're saying kids or teenagers that do smoke weed are more likely to commit suicide?
No, I'm saying...
What was the exact thing?
Like, for example, people that... Here's the issue. It's not really... There's been this debate about, like, correlation because it's like, oh, all right, people smoke weed. Do they smoke weed to, like, get rid of the depression? They're trying to self-medicate? Or do they get the depression because they smoke weed? And that was always a huge debate, like, which came first, the chicken or the egg, right?
Dude, I can't go with the get depression because they started smoking weed.
Why can't you go with it?
I don't know.
Facts.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's why I said it's always gonna vary by person.
I'm not saying everybody that smokes weed as an adolescent gets it. You know, there's a lot of people that don't. You know, but I mean, it does increase the risk in the general population of people. Like it does, and that's because of the way it acts on the brain. You know, it just.
How does it act on the brain?
Well, like for example, like the nucleus accumbens and different areas of the brain. Like there's areas of the brain that get really stimulated. Like if you take a drug that makes you feel good.
Another question is, not to cut you off, like how much is this person taking? How much weed is this person consuming?
Oh well, they did a huge study over I think it was Switzerland or Sweden, I forgot which one, where they got like everybody that was from the time they were fucking.
And who were the participants?
The participants were just thousands of people that.
From where?
From, I told you, from Switzerland or Sweden, I forgot which country it was.
But we can't base that off like.
That's a huge population. That's generalizable. Like
yeah, but environment isn't that a big factor?
I mean, if you're
like Switzerland, we're gonna compare that to the U.S.
Wait a second, no, that's wrong. Like scientifically, I mean, because you're comparing one group that is smoking to another group that isn't, right?
Okay.
And so if you can assign people to smoke, which you can now in certain experiments, or you can just measure how much people smoke during a procedure, and then after you measure how much they smoke.
But the participants, these
they don't choose their environment, right?
No, forget that. The participants, these people had smoked when they were younger. What's the exact?
It depends on the study. There's been a bunch of studies on adults.
But the one we're talking about specifically, the Switzerland one.
The Switzerland study, yeah. These are people that were. They were
teenage smokers.
These are people that were joining the military. The military would like give them a whole bunch of like fucking questionnaires and shit, and then measure their shit over time.
Okay.
And then over time they would measure like how much weed they smoked and shit like that, and then measure like the risk of depression and psychosis in the long term. And then like as people tended to smoke more, then the risk of psychosis became higher.
I mean, that's yeah, I mean, I figured the more drugs you take, the closer.
But the depression thing and its connection with suicide, I don't think that's a big like controversy, because depression causes suicide attempts.
For sure.
You know, that's part of the issue. But I don't want to like come off as though like weed is some satanic shit. I'm not reefer madness guy.
Yeah, man, because I don't know, that just sounded crazy. Like, I felt like...
Yeah, I just... look.
Don't get me wrong. I know there are people that fucking get crazy off weed. Like, they just don't react the same.
I also think there's like a huge, like, don't get me wrong, like stoners, there's chill stoners, just people that just smoke weed and they just go on with their lives. And then there's people that smoke weed and spend their lives talking about weed. And those guys are a bit weird. Right.
There are those
I know that because I used to be that guy when I was a fucking like 13-year-old. I was obsessed with weed.
That used to be you?
That was my life. I was 13. I was like, oh shit, there's this thing called weed. And I smoked it. It was fucking amazing. That was just amazing. Right? But I was fucking 13.
Just some, bro. Right? I don't know, man. I feel like weed is special. It's one of those, like, it's special. It's one of those drugs that, like, I don't know. I feel like weed's whole intent is just to bring people together. Think about it. I know it's super cliche and this and that and that's whatever.
It can.
But it definitely... Bro, who has ever gotten high and just started fighting?
I mean, I think a lot of rappers probably get high. And
bro, oh my God, of course. I'm just saying, but like, your general Joe Schmo, like who get, like no one, like it's hard.
I mean, but most people.
It's hard to fight when you're high.
Most people, no matter what, they're, you know what I'm saying?
Couple blunts in, bro, it's hard to fight when you're high, bro. If anything, you're going to be avoiding the fight. Like, it's just like, bro, I'm too high. Like, come on.
I mean...
It's just a thing. Like, if we had like 1,000 people in a room versus another 1,000 people in another room, weed, liquor, come on. Like,
I think most people when they're high, no, definitely liquor is more likely to cause a fight.
The liquor room, they're dying. A bunch of people are getting destroyed.
Yeah, there's no question.
The stoners are in there like huddling, like, yo, all right, look, roll this up, pack the bong, my guy. Like, come on, dog. Like, I don't know. Weed is just it's a universal thing.
There is this one thing I see like every time that a study comes out. If it's in favor of weed, then like the stoners will be like, "Look, see, weed is like lowers inflammation." And then if it says something bad about weed, they'll be like, "This is bullshit.
Fake news.
This is propaganda, dude.
Yep.
It doesn't affect me. How come I haven't died, bro? Like, what the fuck?"
What are the bad?
The bad studies? I mean, like I told you, especially if you're young, it affects the way that your brain develops negatively because it overstimulates your dopamine pathways and it reduces GABA, which your body needs to relax, which 100%. Is how people are more likely to develop depression. And
I mean, I'm not saying
psychosis.
I don't think kids should be taking weed. Like,
no, I'm with you. I'm not against I'm not against any.
Like, listen,
smoking weed. I'm not anti-weed, and I'm not saying weed is shit. It's an amazing drug. I wouldn't have taken it for like a decade if it wasn't.
Yeah. 18 up, bro. I think everybody should at least try it once.
I don't have an issue with them. I mean, unless their family has like a history of psychosis, that's
or anything, anything wild
but
like that.
That's like if you have a peanut allergy, doesn't mean that like Snickers bars aren't awesome, you know?
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah, but yeah, dog. I don't know. Like it's harder to even debate.
I feel like Joe Rogan was way too loose back in the day with weed. People would talk about like, yeah, you know, you can get addicted to weed, bro. That would be some shit that like people just generally like to, you know, just throw out there. You know, you can
think
get addicted, bro.
You think so? It was like that?
But like addicted and dependence is different. Like, you know, the dependence is like a physical thing in your body, right? It's like
like some withdrawal shit.
Yeah, like if fuck, I'm itchy now.
Nah,
you know, that addiction is different. You can be addicted to gambling. You know what I'm saying? Like
true.
That's why Joe Rogan would be like. Well, fuck you, bro. You could get addicted to cheeseburgers too. You fucking clown. You'd be like on that.
Yeah, that's a good point though.
On that type of shit.
No, yeah, that is a good point.
He has a point. And yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I'm be honest with you, bro. Cheeseburgers kill a lot of people. You know.
More than weed does.
I'm just saying. You know. I mean, the damage is like difficult to assess. You know, because no one's gonna like you know take a fucking hit. And fucking like their fucking heart is gonna pop out of their fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna happen.
It's impossible.
That's just not how it works,
bro. If you're not even that, if you're not even like an everyday smoker, you're just like when you go out and like every now and then you might take a couple hits of a blunt. Like if you're that type of guy, bro, I don't see any harm in that. Like that,
Most likely you're not gonna have any.
like that is the friendliest way to take weed.
That's
like
just pretty regular. You know?
yeah, like on that type of time, like that's.
I mean,
perfect.
that's even better than having some drinks. You know,
100%.
In terms of your health.
100%.
You know,
bro,
some
like,
drinks are like the shit that liquor does to people compared to weed. I mean, it's not really comparable. You know. And like the psychosis and shit, like alcohol can cause psychosis, bro. There's a lot of cases of that. Fuck you mean? Shit.
To this day,
And it'll kill you and fuck up your liver.
To this day, I always wonder how the first person like thought of it, like
What, weed? Just smoking weed?
how he flexed it, and like,
Bro, can you imagine? But no, I find the alcohol shit more surprising, bro. Because that shit, they were drinking beer in Egypt, dude. They figured out how to fertilize shit and make alcohol with it and just drink it. Can you imagine?
They were having cold ones in Egypt.
I don't know about cold, but they definitely had some.
Right.
They actually, like, people think that the slave, this is like the story. I don't want to get into the ancient alien shit, but like the pyramids and shit.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm telling you straight up, those were actual workers. They were paid, right? According to like the mainstream Egyptology perspective. And like part of the way they would pay them, they would give them beer and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys were fucking
Get lit, get drunk.
Yeah. And bro, you'd get drunk too if you were living, you know,
like that.
2500 BC, weighing 90 pounds, dying when you're 30 and shit, building a big ass pyramid in the middle of a
Dying
fucking
when you're
desert.
30 is wild.
Bruh, people would not live that long at all, you know, back in the day.
Holy shit, bro.
The fucking pharaoh Tutankhamun, that guy died when he was like 19 or 20, and he was born all retarded because like it was an incest thing.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was like a family that wanted to keep the blood pure, so that's why he was born all frail and fucked up. And it's weird because like you'd think at a certain point they'd be like, we gotta stop this shit, we're fucked, you know what I'm
They're
saying?
like, nah, keep it
We're
going.
born retarded, but he married his cousin after that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no way.
and so so he died when he was 19, but it was probably because like he got injured and they like hit him in the back. They clubbed him in the back or some shit because there was like an injury in his skull.
What the fuck?
When they took out like the golden, you know, fucking burial chamber, they buried him in like this very tight place with all the gold and shit. You've seen like the tomb, right? Like
I've seen like news videos.
Have you seen the coffin, like a really gold with diamonds and shit?
No, I've seen different videos of people with mummies and shit.
But you've definitely seen it. Like,
yeah?
If I showed you a picture, if you look up like Tutankhamun and you see like an image of it, you'll definitely recognize it, dude. Yeah, I used to be really, well, to some extent I still am, like really obsessed with like ancient Egypt, bro, just because of that shit is there, you know what I mean? Like it's just weird.
It's just there chilling.
Big ass fucking.
What do you think about mummies?
I feel like it was such a waste of time, bro. Like they took the guy's heart out and the brain out and they had to preserve it and they had to put like all this, I think baking soda or some shit like that.
Damn.
And mix it for like a few days with some other shit to dry up the body so it can stay in that state.
What was their goal for like wrapping up people and like into mummies?
It was all a spiritual thing. The Egyptians were obsessed with death, so they would spend their whole life preparing for death because they thought that you would pass through all these like trials and tribulations where like the gods and shit and the goddesses would like ask you these questions, and if you were a bad person, they thought your heart would be heavy. Right.
Wow.
And so like the gods would get your heart and put it in a scale to see how heavy it is, and if it's too heavy, you wouldn't make it through. You know.
Were they right?
Don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, the fucked up thing about dying is like motherfuckers never come back and be like, yo, this is what it's like. You know what I'm saying?
Chilling, like I'm here in
They
heaven.
never tell me, bro. If they pulled up and opened up an Instagram account and started retweeting and talking to people, be like, hey, you guys are tripping, bro. It's way better here. Obviously, the suicide rate would skyrocket if that happened, right? You know what I mean?
Imagine that. Imagine
like,
that,
fuck
bro.
this shit, bro. I'm going there.
I mean, maybe there is an afterlife, but there's just no way of like letting.
There's no way, bro.
There's no way of letting the
Can
people
I give
on
you
Earth
like
know.
an alternate thing? Not like a fucking atheist thing where it's like there's nothing, you just
Oh, that shit, of course. Yeah, I've seen that.
But all right, let me give you like an alternate thing. Like, all right, we're all just energy, right?
Of course.
And energy.
I mean, we are though, right?
Yeah, and energy and matter are like equivalent in a way.
Right.
That's what the E equals MC squared thing. It's like a equivalence between, you know, mass and.
Okay.
and energy. And so, like, you know, energy never gets destroyed. It just transforms into a different form of energy. So when you die, your energy is going to be, distributed differently.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, it's just going to be that. You know, so in that way, you really don't ever die. Your energy just fluctuates. You know, like one day you could have been a fucking wave in the ocean.
Damn.
And all of a sudden you're, a fucking
Mushroom.
Velasco.
Or a mushroom.
Or a mushroom. Man, you went full Terrence McKenna on that one.
Somebody eats you and
Or
shit.
a mushroom. Shit.
Trip off me.
There was a thing where Terrence would get too fucked up, man. He would get fucked up sometimes, and he would start saying shit like, I've considered the possibility that, like, the mushroom is actually some alien technology that landed on Earth to communicate with us. If you take an oath for them shits, they'll definitely communicate with you. They'll tell you what's up.
Did he say this high?
Terrence McKenna smoked a lot of weed 24/7 all the time, so he was probably always high.
Okay.
He was a very...
But he just also did psychedelics.
He did a lot of fucking psychedelics. Yeah, it's fucking wild out there, bro. There's too much of that shit going on, bro. There's, some motherfuckers just were born for that life, bro. For just taking.
Where's the most psychedelics in the world?
Man, anywhere that nature is, because that's where all the fucking psilocybin mushrooms grow.
Gotcha.
The mushroom is nature, my dude.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Isn't it amazing, bro? Like a cow takes a shit, you look there later on, and then next thing you know, you're tripping balls, bro.
How though?
Maybe that's why the cow is sacred in India,
Nah, but for real though, like, bro, if your shit can do that,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a superpower,
bro.
Yo, preserve and protect, my man.
Why are we killing all the cows? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe vegans are right.
Bro, you know how many people like pull up to a fucking farm trying to like steal some fucking shrooms?
Yeah, bro.
I swear to God, yeah.
People do that?
Yeah, people do
Poop
that.
scooping?
Yeah, people fuck up sometimes too and pick up the wrong mushroom and fucking end up picking up a poisonous one. That's some shit. Like,
shit.
you gotta know what you're doing if you're picking out shrooms, my dude. Because all them shits look alike,
That is scary.
There's too many different mushrooms, bro. You're not gonna be the good guy to guess that, You might end up just dying or some shit.
Yo, but weed has gone to like a crazy level.
Bro, the THC in that shit, that's another thing that fucks me up. Because, like, you grow weed, whether it's indoor or outdoor, like...
Outdoors whack.
It's still, of course. It has way less THC. You can't, like, give it the same level of, like, fucking light,
It's all about the indoor, bro.
But, bro, the thing about it is, like, as the fucking THC goes up, like, the CBD's down. So it's more of like
have you heard about Delta 8?
Delta 8? Is that a cannabinoid?
It's like this new thing, like, going around, like, it's been a thing, but, like, it's all around all the new smoke shops. They promote it heavily.
Is that a synthetic cannabinoid, like one of them Chinese?
No. It's legit, actual. I don't even know what it is exactly. It says it's THC, but it doesn't pop up on a drug test as THC.
It's definitely not THC then.
Bro, it is. It's a new thing.
But then it just...
Like, these people even gave it to me. It's in all the new smoke shops. Everybody like be taking that shit now. It's weird. Like, it's people that smoke weed that listening to this, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Like Delta 8, it's the new shit. Let me see what it is exactly. Watch, I'm gonna tell you. But it gets
go ahead and look that up, bro.
It doesn't get you as high as like a fucking. But it's weird. Watch. But it doesn't pop up on drug tests. I don't know.
Let's see, bro. It's called Delta 9 or Delta 8. Which one?
Delta 8
All right.
is a psychoactive cannabinoid found in the cannabis plant. It is an isomer of Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol, the compound commonly known as THC.
Okay, they might call it that. That might be a brand name or something.
No, it's that though. It's actually
Delta
that.
8 tetrahydrocannabinol.
Yeah, it's that.
That's THC.
Yeah, it's that. But
Yeah.
it doesn't get you as high though. Like, it's not as intense.
But that has to be like a brand thing where they use synthetic cannabinoids or something else, because if you have actual THC, it would pop up in a drug test.
Well, then maybe, but it's not as intense. Look at one of this right.
No, this is just THC.
No, but look, it's gonna tell you what is a Delta 8 high like. Read that.
Well, Delta 8, the floaty uplifting sensation helps promote a mellow, calm, and relaxed state of mind. The whole experience is very smooth, and when it comes off, it doesn't leave you lethargic or sedated. The high from Delta 8 THC is accompanied by several health benefits. Oh, so it's good for you, too.
Yeah, it's actually good for you.
That sounds like a good promotion tactic.
As a psychoactive substance, Delta 8 THC can get you high. However, this high will not be as intense as that produced by the regular THC variant.
But that sounds like it's the name of the brand or some shit.
No, that's what it's called. It's called Delta 8.
Yeah, but how do they sell it in the store? What is it called when they sell it in the stores?
Delta 8.
So then that's the brand name.
I guess that's what like the new thing as. That's like the category or whatever you want to call it. When you pull up and you be like, yo, can I get THC, CBD, or Delta 8?
I'm not the weed expert, so I can't.
I'm telling you, that's what it is now. That's what people are on. It's like a slightly less stronger high.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it though.
Yo, you heard that ASAP Rocky got arrested, bro?
This is the news you're bringing up.
This is what I'm bringing up. He's pulling up, bro. He left Rihanna all
This is your topics, bro.
This is tragic.
I've known about this, bro.
Yeah, there's a thing that happened, bro. You pull up in the airport, all of a sudden, like, yo, were you associated with some murder?
It wasn't a murder. It was a shooting.
Shooting? An attempted murder, then?
I don't know if it was
Unless you try to shoot a motherfucker, be like, I wanted to shoot him, but I wanted him to, like, just look cool and just dodge the bullet or some shit like that. I don't know if that works in court, you know.
No, I don't know. I've seen like the headlines and stuff, but like I don't know anything.
Yeah. Have you heard about Libs of TikTok?
Yes.
I've talked to you about that before, like the account.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
No, you haven't.
On the podcast. Yeah.
I promise you haven't.
Anyways, the issue is this, right?
That's the shit that Ben Shapiro be like fucking making jokes over. He like watches them shits.
Dude, the people that they actually show are...
They're ridiculous,
It's
bro.
insane.
It's
insane.
I feel like at some point they know what they're doing
Right.
is gonna get them viral. So like a lot of them might be planned. Like a lot of them don't really feel like that. Like bro, you are not that fucking oblivious and stupid, right?
The Libs of TikTok account does pretty good at like searching who it is.
Is this like the people that be on some like, oh no, I'm not binary, my gender fluid is
No,
like...
these are actual like school teachers.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about then.
That they're like talking about like, oh, I told my kid that I'm trans and non-binary or whatever, you know.
Oh, I don't know what this is then. No, I
And
don't know what this is.
so that's the account, and they'll be like fucking like some weird.
They get random videos from around the internet.
TikTok, yeah.
Of
But they
liberals.
find out who they are. They don't like dox them. They just sort of retweet it. They just put the
Yeah, that's what I'm
video.
saying. They just get it from the internet and just put it on the
But
libs
the
of
person
TikTok.
in charge of it got doxxed.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what happened?
And so like the left is saying like, oh, you deserve this because you're out there, you're putting people out there.
What's doxed again exactly? Like your
Doxed
address
is
is
like
out?
they put your personal information out there and they release it to the public.
How personal?
Right. Any personal information that can be used to like identify you.
Like your
So
name?
like if you're anonymous, then being doxxed would be like, yeah, revealing
Just
your
your name?
identity would
Okay.
be enough to dox you.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
if you're not anonymous and you have like your name on social media, then like saying your name on social media wouldn't be doxing you. It's already out there.
Gotcha,
But if somebody
gotcha.
like puts your address out there, that's doxing you, right?
So all comply just depends. Okay, I got you.
But like this person, there was a journalist that basically went to her house and shit, and then when she didn't get like, you know, the proper treatment because nobody wants to fucking comply with that type of shit.
Wait, a journalist popped up
Yeah, a
at
journalist.
the owner
Yeah,
of
this
the page?
This is the Washington Post that did this.
The Washington Post pulled up?
Yes.
They knocked on the door.
They knocked. There was a journalist from there, and she just knocked on the door. And then after that, the person apparently couldn't get through to the owner of the Libs of TikTok account. So this journalist decided to go to the house of her relatives. So started visiting her family members and shit, you know?
What the fuck?
And so it was that type of shit. And it's funny because the journalist that was doing it was complaining about how she has PTSD from being doxxed and all the horrible shit they told her. So there's like an element of hypocrisy in that. But the leftists say that, you know, the Libs of TikTok is doing the same shit, apparently, right? That's what they say. They say that...
By retweeting it?
But I'm saying, like, yo, you're going to compare a retweet to, like, just putting the information out there?
And pulling up to your family's
And going
cribs?
to your family's house. I mean, it just really isn't the same. But then they also made up this thing where, like, oh, all the information was public. It was already out there.
All the videos are public.
Right. Right. So then they would be saying, well, it's fair game. We got you got them. Nothing's wrong. If you think it's all right to do it, then why are you mad that somebody did it to you? Would be the thing.
But
right?
a video is different from someone's address or whatever. Like they.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, but
That's what I'm saying. Now, on the one hand, like if you're putting, it depends on whether or not this person actually had that information out there.
right, of course.
Like I told you, like if I don't,
Which I doubt.
If I have my address
Your
on my
address is crazy.
on my Twitter account, if I post that shit there and somebody says this is his address,
That's different.
then nobody docs me. I put that information out there.
Yeah, you're the idiot.
Now, if I was hiding my address and somebody just found it and posted it and associated it with this,
That's different.
then that's completely different. So that's something to consider there. On the one hand, there's a lot of people there that are like mentally unstable, clearly.
Who on the page?
On the libs of TikTok. Like you got
Can we watch a video?
Oh my god, please.
Like I have
Please
TikTok,
do.
but like I don't. Like,
No, just go on YouTube and just put libs of TikTok compilation. You'll see like all a compilation of all the crazy shit that account posts like on a regular basis.
Libs of TikTok.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's gonna be a bunch of like
But just put compilation.
compilation. Alright, gotcha.
Yeah, if you put the compilation, just put the first compilation that pops out. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh god, I don't even want to watch that second video.
Oh
My
shit.
mommy doesn't like Dr. Seuss. She says he's a bad guy. Yeah, well, Dr. Seuss was mean to a lot
They're
of
often
people.
cringe.
Why? Well, sometimes people are mean to others without reason when they're different than them. It's not very nice, and it's not okay. Who was Dr. Seuss mean to? He was mean to people.
So this comment was put on a video that had absolutely nothing to do with politics, but let's dive in because teaching is political. The education system, the curriculum, school zoning, funding, standardized testing, all of these things can create and further lead to class and racial inequalities and impact life chances for our students. Especially as a history teacher, my students deserve somebody who is going to confront and challenge the to be in the forefront.
I'm not that interested in this, bro.
Stop.
So it's the last name.
You got the worst examples, bro. There's ones that are amazing, bro.
I know.
Like, you would never stop laughing with some of them.
When they presented my award. And I
But did you hear what that teacher said though?
She was saying that school stuff is
She's saying that school is political. Like everything she's saying, I hear that now. I understand. Like, oh, this is just the type of shit that she gets from like learning, critical theory and shit, critical pedagogy. Everything is political.
Yeah.
You got to expose the political curriculum, the hidden curriculum in schools. It's all the same bullshit. It's all the same. It's so redundant. I don't even want to fucking talk about it.
Yo, they took out the mask mandate
Where?
here.
There was a mask mandate?
Well, like it's not needed anymore. Like in
Was it?
officially, yeah, of
Needed
course,
before?
of course. Like you couldn't.
Could have fooled me, shit.
I mean, of course, nobody wears it
This
here.
is Florida.
But it's like a nationwide thing now.
Yeah, I know.
Like the court, so I don't know, some shit.
Yeah, I
read.
heard about it the other day on CNN.
But officially, like even on me doing Uber, like it sent me a message like, "Hey, masks are no longer needed." I was
Wild.
like, "Oh, okay."
Anyway, here's the issue. I was looking at some fucked up shit. They got a lot of that shit going on in China right now, right?
Bro, I don't even want to talk about that. I seen that video you posted.
Oh, you saw that?
That was hard to watch, bro.
That was very hard to watch. It's brutal what's happening there, man.
Is that even real, dude?
Yeah, it's real, 100%. This is posted from one of the independent journalists in Hong Kong, and a bunch of other sources actually have been, corroborating this. I've seen it on Bloomberg. I have some Chinese stocks, and I've seen it on Bloomberg as well. What's been going on?
Bro, so people are committing suicide in China?
Yeah, well, part of the thing is
They're on lockdown.
if in some parts of this, in some cities in China, if they find out that there's a breakout in COVID, they'll lock the entire city down.
I know, that's how China's always like reacted.
Right, and so since they create this lockdown,
They're extremely serious though with it.
then they put the entire city in a situation where it's just
It's shut
stay
down.
home, don't do anything else, stay there. Like, you cannot leave the house type shit. You can't go to get groceries. You can't go to the fucking hospital. And if you try to pull up to the hospital, like, there's people that they trap in their house by force. I've seen videos of people, like, fucking killing. Like, the people in charge of that type of shit, they're masked up like fucking hazmat suits and shit.
What the fuck?
Like anti-radioactive shit. Like, this is fucking Chernobyl or some shit.
Right.
And they're doing that. I saw this morning kids going to school. I don't know if it was in Shanghai, but these kids were dressed up in fucking hazmat suits. They're half our size.
Going to school?
Going to school. You know what I'm talking about? Like the fucking the
That's
suit
sick.
from Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
You know,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it was that type of shit.
God damn.
Right? And it was a bunch of kids being walked, going to school dressed in that. I'm like, yo, this is fucking child abuse. Like, what are you fucking doing to these kids?
Damn.
What are you fucking... What is this shit? And then I've seen videos of people posting online because they're furious and they have nothing else to do. I see it in Cuba as well. It's the same thing that happened. When people, like, they can't get medical assistance for different reasons. In Cuba, it's because there's nothing to give them.
Right.
In China, they would go to
They
the
just don't
hospital
want
and
to?
they're like, oh, there's a 2-day wait. Get your ass out of here.
God damn.
Like, yo, and they're posting videos of their, fucking father, mother, grandfather, granddaughter. Yeah, you get the point.
Yeah.
Family members, just elderly people just dying in a fucking bed because they refuse to give them medical attention,
God damn. That's a tough one.
And so, of course, you're going to see crazy shit like that where people just lose their shit. People aren't even allowed to go out to get fucking groceries.
People
They're not
jumping off the
producing shit.
building is fucking
I
insane.
saw China giving people expired fucking food. Same shit they did in Cuba. These fucking people follow the same textbook. The only difference is, China likes to use capitalism when it's convenient.
Godly.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm speechless, bro. When I seen that video, I was just like, yo,
Well, that's the type of shit that's going on over there, bro. It's ridiculous,
that shit is not
That's
cool.
what's going on, yeah. That's why for me, bro, you gotta, stay high, Mike. You gotta stay...
Can't be high watching shit like that.
Oh, shit, no, that's a fucking panic attack right there, fam.
Yo, but like,
That's not fun.
it's that crazy that you just can't hold it in anymore? How long are these lockdowns?
As long as it takes to, like, get the situation under control.
But like, how long has it been so far?
Oh, I have no idea. It's been weeks to a month or some shit like that since I started hearing about it, and like Bloomberg was the first place that I heard about it.
Jesus Christ, bro. Is that that's not in all China though? right?
No. These are just places where there's breakouts of COVID, so they lock down like that entire city. Like right now, Shanghai, which is a huge city in China, is locked down.
What about like expensive, like where the rich is at? Is there any rich people in China? Millions, right?
Billions.
But are they treated the same though?
What do you mean the same?
Like as regular citizens, because since they have at least some like cash.
Listen, it's hard to say. The thing about China, they got so much control, they can take your ass whenever they want. Like, for example, Jack Ma.
But that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, is that happening in cities where like rich people stay in China?
Yeah, that can happen anywhere.
It's happening.
I don't know if you're Jack Ma, if you're going to stay in Shanghai, or if you can go somewhere else, or if you got the hookup. I don't know. I imagine you probably could.
I imagine they get treated a little better though.
No, they definitely. I mean, they definitely have more connections in the system. It's like in Cuba, it's the same shit. Like if you know somebody and you're a snitch and you do this and that, you can get one extra piece of expired bread compared to your neighbor. It just, you get the little benefits. Or if you're part of like the bureaucracy that helps the government stay alive.
Yeah, but
then you get special treatment. You get access to food that other people don't get access to. You can get a job that pays much better. You can work with the tourist. You can maybe get a car, that type of shit.
it's way more fucking lenient than Cuba, would you say? Just because it has like money though.
In terms of like capitalism, yeah.
Just because it
but
has money.
But not really
there.
in certain ways, because there's still concentration camps.
Yeah.
In China.
That we just don't know
there's
about.
There's still human organ harvesting.
I seen that shit. You've been tweeting about that shit too.
So there's still a shitload of human rights violations, and at the end of the day, the Chinese Communist Party controls the entire economy. And so whenever they want, they can just stop the capitalism, and then foreign investment just dips. They go in a recession, and they don't give a fuck.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
doing this shit full sickle and hammer style, bitch.
How could people live in fucking China, man?
It's brutal, man. Any communist dictatorship is you're always...
Is there a lot of Americans out there?
I don't think there's a lot of Americans. There are Americans, but a lot
Obviously,
of them,
yeah,
of them visit. There's a lot of American business in China. It makes sense. You
Yeah.
know, they opened up. They were a up and coming economy, and so their labor was cheap, and they were willing to like make a shitload of factories and like just do shit fast, efficiently. It was a huge transition.
Excuse me. The sad thing is, I want to travel China too.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking.
Like, I would love to visit it at least once.
I just wish, China was free from the Chinese Communist Party, man. I wish
100%.
they just had like a genuine like democracy, you know, where they could just not deal with that type of shit, you know.
I mean, but if they were to do that, that would be insane. Just imagine China just becomes like just a capitalist.
I mean, it has
That's what I'm saying. There's already some in it, though, right?
No, it's definitely... See, they had to change because communism didn't work. And so they said, let's use some market economy stuff. Let's use some capitalism.
Yeah.
And then they allow that to exist, and then they get rid of it whenever it's inconvenient.
Right.
It's almost, you know, it's almost on some Nazi shit, to be honest with you.
Shit, I'd prefer that than communist full blown though.
Yeah, no, communism Soviet, you never go full Soviet Union, fam. Never go full Soviet Union.
Russia.
And before that, the Mao shit, Cultural Revolution, at least 40 million dead. You know, that was just... I mean, come on, bro. Come on. There's no need for that type of shit. Come on. Let's talk about something happier, though. Let's talk about rainbows and clitorises.
I don't think I had any topics because it was just 420.
It still is 420.
Yeah. You know what? I do got to play one song that...
Hey.
We do got to play our song, too, by the way. We did make a track, by the way, people.
That's facts.
N APE, ourselves. But this is a song I did. I should have played it in the intro, but... Fuck these ads. This is the real 420 theme song.
Hey, that shit is a classic.
This should have been the intro. Like, we should have just started off like this.
Oh, man.
I don't think there's... This is one of my top 3
I love this track.
marijuana songs, man. I know you guys outside in the world are hearing this right now. I know you guys know about my man Rick James.
Mary Jane.
This always reminds me of Friday, the movie.
Yeah, me too.
And just like smoking weed all the time. She's my main thing.
She makes me feel alright.
She makes my heart sing. Yo, Rick James is the man.
Fucking genius.
Like, I love Rick James, bro. He's got so many bops.
Dude was a musical genius and an unintentional comedian, though.
100%. 100%. Like, dude.
You think of Dave Chappelle, you think about Rick James.
100%. Like,
Shit.
The two just go hand in hand, bro. That skit is legendary.
That track was beautiful, though. There was like this little interlude in a part of the track.
Do you? Yeah, I fucking love Rick. Rest in peace to Rick James, man.
Rip.
One of the weed legends,
God.
I guess.
There's so much shit going on in the weed world, man.
It got hype beast.
Yeah, I feel like people are gonna calm down once it gets legalized.
You think so?
Yeah, I think people are very, like, it's really sexy to, like, you know, be smoking that sacred plant that the government wants to hide from you.
The devil's lettuce.
You know? The government wants to hide this beautiful... It's like this, you know, this beautiful, sexy chick that wants to fuck you, but your dad won't let you out of the house.
It's like, fuck.
And she wants to fuck you,
Fuck,
bro.
Dad.
But you're grounded for a month, and that month lasts forever in the case of weed, you know? But she told you she wants to fuck you. She keeps ringing up your phone. And your pops is just like door locked, fucking chains on that shit. You can't go out, bro. You can't go. And that pussy's just teasing you from afar. So you sneak out through the back window, and you know.
Dude, getting pussy and weed. Chef's kiss.
There's something about like every physical sensation.
Weed and doing physical things is just the way to go.
Every physical sensation, like when you like just touch.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what it is to touch like a nice ass?
The only thing for me is like kissing with cottonmouth. That shit
Oh my
that shit was
God.
retarded for me. That was retarded for me. Yeah.
R.I.P. dog.
I was not a fan of that.
Yeah, you definitely gotta lace up the gum.
Yeah.
Lace up some waters.
That was the issue because she wasn't high.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Nah. Fucking dude, I hate cottonmouth. That's one of the biggest cons.
That is definitely an issue. Yeah.
How can we forget about that one?
Jesus Christ.
But like pussy and weed and just like, I don't really think
one of the things that was amazing for me about weed is like it made me really want to think about weird shit. You know,
100%.
It really made me want to dig in that part of the internet that people usually don't go in. you know, and find like the documentaries about like the fucking lizard people and shit.
Why is it that all weed smokers lead there?
It's just the way, the impact that it has, man. I told you, it's closer. It has some psychedelic elements to it, you know. And one of the things that I at least I saw with psychedelics, a lot of people report they don't see, is I saw like some fucking shit that, you know, it looked like some spiritual molecule fucking lizard spirit or some shit, you know. It's very difficult to describe that type of shit. I'm not saying I saw a lizard person. I'm just saying it was fuck it. Why even bother trying to describe some shit, bro? It's
The
like,
lizard people.
it's like trying to describe that I saw the fifth dimension. You know, it's like, how the fuck am I gonna describe that?
Maybe we all are just lizard people. I wouldn't mind that.
Who knows, bro? We are biologically related to lizards, you know.
My man Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, we all know about that guy.
He's a robot. Yeah.
But I would always go into like some weird shit, like, you know, I remember finding like spirit science high. You know, I don't know.
Damn, I fuck with spirit science.
I don't know how many people know about spirit science.
Is it those little like
But I was awake. And it was late as fuck, and I was watching this shit where he was talking about like the history of the human race or some shit, and this guy was coming out with shit left and right that I don't know where the fuck he got it from. To this day, I don't.
Was it like a little guy with like a colorful body?
Yeah, it was the cartoon.
Yeah,
it was Patch.
Dude, the first time I seen spirit science was in Kendall. Like
I was just high as fuck going
high
through
school
YouTube.
days.
Yeah, high school days for me too.
It was high school days, and my boy. Was it? Yeah, it was when I was chilling with Joe.
Yeah.
I think he just finished doing ketamine.
That'll bring it about.
For like the first time or some shit.
That'll make it happen.
And then
ketamine is a treatment for depression now, by the way.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we were just smoking in the living room, and then, like, we were at Joe's friend's crib or whatever, and, like, he was a spirit science, whatever that shit's called, watcher, and then, like, he put it on, and I was just, like, frozen, like, high as shit, watching this,
it'll fucking do that.
But it was super interesting, and that's the first time I seen it, and then, like, I
totally believed it until the high wore off.
I don't know.
I totally believed it.
And they would talk about, like, different, like, topics, right?
When I'm high, I believe anything.
I feel you.
And then when it wears off, I'm like, are you fucking retarded?
I mean...
Are you fucking retarded? You're just gonna take that shit on faith? Some fucking cartoon guy showed you some bullshit on YouTube about how the fucking Akhenaten and all these fucking people in ancient Egypt, they had to seal the secret fucking thing on top of the
They
pyramid.
go pretty deep.
And yeah, they went deep as fuck.
That's why I like
people
watching
that were
it.
32 feet tall and sacred geometry and fucking...
Oh my god, the Giants, we're gonna talk about that. There has been stories about, like, I've seen it, like...
You gotta watch Ancient Aliens. I feel like you'd love it.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. You sleep as fuck for not watching it.
I don't know where I seen the story about the Giants. I don't know if it was on Joe Rogan or, like...
You definitely saw it on Joe Rogan.
You think so?
One of the things that calls people's attention to, like, the Giant stuff is... Rogan used to talk about this a lot. There was this, like, ancestor, like, ape. You know, just like there's gorillas and other apes and shit.
Oh, they were big as fuck.
And they were, it was Gigantopithecus, right?
Okay.
It was a huge, like, 10-foot tall.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Swole ass ape, right? And if you saw that shit, you'd be like, that's Bigfoot.
Rock you in one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why Joe Rogan was like, maybe there is Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe some Gigantopithecus motherfuckers survived, you know?
I mean, there's a bunch of myths. There's still, like, the last dinosaur. We talked about that.
There's definitely dinosaurs, man. Birds are dinosaurs, bro.
I mean, in a way, right?
Look at an ostrich. Is that shit not a dinosaur?
Just a very small one?
Dude.
It does look crazy, right?
No,
but legit though, like there's the island that where we talked
the
about
Komodo dragon and shit.
No, that's legit. I'm talking about like the island where these niggas fucking.
What, Atlantis?
No, that's a whole other one we gotta talk about. Where they hunt the fucking the gorillas that I talked to you about. Remember that the Asian guy goes over there and lives with them, and these dudes live in an island and they just kill gorillas. Or monkeys, and they just eat them.
That sounds wild as fuck. These dudes live in an island eating gorillas.
Yeah, they have to.
That's
like,
their only source of like food.
type shit, yeah. And then like
That fucking sucks.
it's crazy as fuck, and they're
That is a
like
shit
they're
life.
on some fucking strong ass shit. Like they
I
will.
can imagine, dude. You're eating gorilla meat. You know?
I've told you this. Like they would get the fucking what's the thing called?
It's like eating a plate of steroids every day. You know?
What's the shit where bees are chilling in?
A hive.
A hive. They would get the hive and get like pieces from it, and like, bro, the bees would sting them and they wouldn't feel that shit. Like they would just be like,
Oh, they're used to getting stung.
yeah, like, and just
That shit happened to my uncles back in Cuba, bro. They'd steal that shit.
and their body is just like formed. Like kids are like fucking diesel. Like I'm talking like 6-pack. Like, is that these guys are running from like 7 in the morning to like 3 p.m., 5 p.m. just looking and searching and hunting and like.
I mean, that shit happens in other places, like something similar, like in Africa.
I think it's in Africa.
There's this. I don't know if it's in the Sahara. Fuck, but there's this group of like hunter gatherers, right? And these guys basically what they do is they go after like I forgot if it was tigers or leopards or some shit, but they go after these fucking big cats, right? And they're very dangerous. I mean, going after a fucking lion, like, yo, what's up with you, right?
Yeah.
And they go after these animals, and some of them can run really fast. And of course, they're stronger than any of them, but they make like their own weapons, like these big spears and shit that they use to like stab them with, and you know, that's their food, right? But these guys have gotten so good at running because some of these big cats, they can run like really, really fast, like 35 miles an hour or some shit, but they can only do that for a little bit. Whereas like humans, especially in that part of Africa, like you see like the genetic testing around that specific tiny part of Africa. These guys have cardio, like they don't have to go super fast. It's not like a Usain Bolt thing. The issue is like these guys don't get tired. Like they can just go and go and go and go. Right?
Oh, the island, or it's called Tanzania.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think you have talked to me about that.
Yeah, I definitely have.
So they just make the fucking cat get the lion or tiger, whatever the fuck it is, get tired, and then they just fucking kill it. They just stab it. Can you imagine like somebody just you're running to your death and then they just stab you to death, like these giant apes?
That's tragic.
Yeah, that's a fucked up way to die. You know what I'm saying? That's.
You ever seen that dude that got kidnapped by pirates on Joe Rogan? I forgot his name.
Kidnapped by pirates on Joe Rogan.
Oh no, was it pirates or? Yeah, I think it might have been pirates. Where he was a writer, or like an author, and then he was stuck in this like place for like 2 years or like 1 year with these people. No, you gotta watch that shit. That shit's insane.
No, that sounds wild though.
Yeah,
I
dude.
haven't seen that.
Yeah, bro. They wanted $20 million.
Those motherfuckers are taxing.
Yeah,
God damn.
They were confused. They eventually let him go and shit, and like he got to live, and he's telling the story now and shit. I forgot his name.
Ridiculous shit.
You know what it is to get kidnapped for years and not see anybody that you know, and like.
I don't understand that type of shit, bro. It's ridiculous. It happens all the time.
Fuck around and go to an island that you don't know about or some random place. It's a wrap.
Man.
That's a bad one, bro.
I'm a fan of the crazy shit, you know. Not that type of crazy shit, just crazy shit in general.
What's the craziest shit you'll do? Give it to me, Ape.
Well, I'll tell you the craziest thing I won't do is go to Thailand and push it to the limit, but that's a story for another time for other people.
Listen, everybody has their own taste. All right?
Listen, bro, that shit ain't that's not
The
taste.
bussy? Is that what they call it?
Did you just say some shit like that?
The bussy. That's what they call
We're
it.
cutting that out, motherfucker.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, I understand, and the fucked up thing is I immediately understand why they call it that.
I mean, that's what they call
But
it.
how the fuck is it a bussy? I mean, unless you're talking about
Boy pussy.
you talking about the ass.
No. That's just what they call it.
But
Like,
that can't be a boy pussy. How you gonna get pleasure out of that?
listen, man. I don't name these things. All right. These are just things I've heard. That's what they called it, bro. But shout out to Thailand. I was about to call it
Definitely
Thailand.
shout out Thailand, yeah. I mean, they got some beautiful shit going on there, man.
Hell yeah, I'd smash a couple Thailand chicks.
They got some beautiful chicks in Thailand.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, look, here's the thing.
Just because they got a lot of bussy out there,
no,
let's
but
not.
they got some great ass. They got some great ass martial arts though.
Word?
Yeah, Muay Thai.
I'm pretty sure their food is banging too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that love Thai food.
I've never ate Thai food.
Me neither. Maybe. I'm not sure. I have done Muay Thai though. It's a fucking beautiful martial art, man.
Yeah.
It's really savage. You learn it's the art of like the 8, the 8 fist or the 8 fucking strikes. Because you use your hands to punch,
Yeah.
your legs to kick, your knees to knee a motherfucker, and your elbows to elbow motherfuckers. You got 8 different spots, right?
Damn.
So it's just the art of like fucking people up like that,
Thailand is in Asia, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is the craziest Asians? Random questions. I'm just coming at.
That's
These are the
so
high
hard
questions.
to answer because there's so much crazy shit.
Can you name me some? Because I don't even know like a lot. I know there's like Taiwan, Thailand.
I feel like the Philippines is pretty wild because there's like some fucked up shit going on.
Are they considered Asian though?
Yeah, the Philippines is Asian.
Okay. No, I don't know.
First of all, their prisons are hilarious.
Why?
These motherfuckers make music videos dancing, making like orchestras in prison. You never seen the prisoners, they dance?
Nah.
Dude, they put all the prisoners together and they put like Michael Jackson Beat It and they all just dance. Right?
What the fuck?
By the way, they got like men and women in the same prison.
What?
And like people just visit, come and go. It's like weird shit, but you can still get ass fucked there. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucked up thing.
Oh, I think I've seen.
You remember that shit I posted the other day?
Yes, I
about
already
this
knew you were
trans
gonna
person?
segue into this.
This trans person
That was
in a
cool.
female prison. He got these. I think was it 2 women that he got pregnant.
He clapped those cheeks.
He clapped
up.
those cheeks.
Let me tell you. Listen,
Bro, you get a bitch pregnant, you're a man.
listen. if next time God forbid, if I ever get arrested, I am identifying as a female.
Now we know the secret.
Listen, bro, if that's what it takes,
Yo, he was. Imagine that was probably the only person there with a cock. You know what I'm saying?
bruh, you know how much women,
Bruh.
once they noticed and realized this man had a cock, were like,
All those chicks that thought they were lesbians after being
It was
locked
a
up
wrap.
that long.
It was a wrap.
Shh.
yo, and let me tell you, those were definitely not the only 2 chicks he smashed.
No.
Let me tell you, this man is like back to back, like he's the most popular person in that prison right now.
I'm sure he wants to go back.
Oh wait, he left?
I don't know. But if he left, he definitely wants to go. That'll be the one case where a motherfucker does like the sneaking out of Alcatraz shit in reverse. You know what I mean?
100%. Dude, if there's pussy in jail, you know how much crime there might be? Just think about it.
Can you imagine how the pimping game would be? It would escalate.
in
so
jail
far.
and prison? Yeah, bruh.
Oh my god, that'd be terrible for women, bro. They'd be fucked.
Damn,
Nothing
yeah.
they could do. I mean, that would just be brutal.
Yeah, bro. A
'Cause
lot
you're
of
dealing with the most aggressive people on the planet.
yeah, like you better listen to what the fuck this guy has to
That'd
say.
be fucked up on another level.
That's exactly why they shouldn't be the same.
No, definitely not the same.
But yo, if you can finesse it like homie, listen,
If
bro.
that's just the one cock
Listen,
there, bro,
bro.
you'll get along with everyone.
I ain't even mad at him, dog.
The only one that will get mad at you is like the ones that are like
Or her.
like
I'm not.
like actual lesbians
Yeah,
that you like still in their pussy.
I'm not mad at her.
You know, if
Like, I'm
if
sorry.
you got, like all the chicks that pretended to be bisexual there.
Yeah, bro. Forget that. You're smashing everything.
No, you are the sole cock in the place.
That's
You're
it.
the one.
Like they can go over to your cell and get it on. Like
Cheeks will be clapped.
no
You're definitely
condom.
you're gonna get some STDs though. It's just,
Nah, no, you're not.
yeah, you are.
You get tested there.
They already have it.
I mean, just don't fuck the ones
What you
that.
gonna do?
Let me see the results.
The shit is for life.
Who, trans
You
man?
gonna be asking them for like fucking test results and shit before you fuck?
100%. If I'm in there,
Baby, I really want to clap them cheeks right now, baby, but I
Let me
gotta
s-
see them papers, baby.
they
You
get
gotta show
tested
me-
in there. They can show you.
You gotta show me this paper.
100%. Listen, I mean, they can't. I mean, unless you can get condoms in there, then it's all.
Baby, I will dislocate your rectum.
I don't think there's
But
condoms
I
in
really,
jail.
really need you to show me those papers, baby.
100%, bro.
That's like the prenup shit. Baby, I love you. I want to get married so much, but I need you to sign this prenuptial agreement.
Yo, I'm still like, that had me like dumbfounded or like
Well, prenup?
just mind blown. The fact that that person was able to just be arrested with females.
Bro, this is some shit. That was California, right?
I don't know. That's what I was gonna ask you. What state is this?
I don't know what state it was, but it's probably California. That sounds like some California shit.
I don't know, dog. I didn't see what state it
Caitlyn
was.
Jenner goes to jail. She's like, I want my trans rights now.
You know, people in California that are trans are getting paid
For what?
for just being trans.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God, look it up. They're getting paid like a good.
What do you have to do? Do you have to get like fake tits and shit? Or do
You gotta identify.
That's it?
I think so.
I'm sure a whole lot of people are gonna identify.
Look, let me show you. Trans California getting paid.
This is ridiculous. Mike, are you getting a prenup, bro?
There you go. They're getting universal income. California City to give universal income to transgender, non-binary residents regardless of earnings.
I'll definitely be a non-binary at that point.
It's a California city. I don't know if it's an exact.
How do you prove it? That's the thing. It's like anybody can identify.
You want to know how much they're getting?
How much?
Just guess.
1,200.
You're close.
Is it more?
It's less. It's
800.
900
Oh.
per month.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We're completely opposed to guaranteed or universal basic income because they ultimately cause inflation and rise the cost. Some of the minimum income requirements to
Dude,
qualify.
throw that article the fuck away. You're reading that shit? Jesus Christ.
What's the group? Wait, what was the question that you asked me? I was trying to like find the answer.
I was
to that.
gonna ask you if you're gonna sign a prenup, bro.
No, the actual question you asked me. You asked me something related to this.
Some about the HIV in prison or something.
No, you forgot already. Never mind. Damn, dude, but $900.
I would try to finesse a prenup.
It's only a California city.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. That makes no sense.
So I guess you lived in that city and you're a transgender or non-binary.
I guess you live in that city. If you pay taxes, if your taxes go up because of that, you got a lot more incentive to like move your business somewhere else.
That's insane.
Which is what happened in California in general, where all these businesses went to like Florida and.
But
Texas.
why are they paying? There's no reason. They're just doing it.
I don't know what their reasoning is. I'm sure you can come up with a reason for anything.
If you had to come up with one, probably
Even if it's a shitty reason, like you could still make it up and just go for it.
Why not just give that to people that are all type of people that have low income or
I don't know, but
people that really need it?
Listen, if Caitlyn Jenner is getting a check every month, that'd be lit.
It's regardless of earnings. It doesn't matter.
Be like, yo, I'm paying off these fake tits with your tax dollars.
That's insane. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, bro. If I ever get arrested, like I said, I'm identifying as female. I'm in there.
Yo, being trans is rough, dude.
100% though, bro.
Rough as
All
fuck.
jokes aside, though, it is rough.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
rough.
there's so much there's just so much shit about it. Like, it's not even. Like,
I joke, but I do have like a lot of empathy because it's a fucked up situation I have to deal with.
I mean, of course, but it's like. I don't feel like people.
And there's no escape.
Yeah, I know, but I don't feel like the people that are like so like with the trans community. Not saying that.
No, those are just activists that are like a bunch of trans people are like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Why are you making people think that I think like you?
They're pushing it OD
You know what I'm saying?
though. Like
they're it's like when fucking
they're reaching.
It's like the white Black Lives Matter dude, like talking about black rights and shit.
Yeah.
The fucking dude from the suburbs who took a fucking humanities degree or some shit.
Right.
Some fucking sociology class. Like, you have no idea how oppressed it is, man. My friend fears for his life every time that he gets in a car because he's scared that he's gonna get George Floyd or some shit. You know,
I mean,
like that type of shit.
Well, I mean, people could feel like that though.
People could feel like that, but it's pretty irrational.
You think it doesn't?
It's very unlikely, extremely unlikely.
Wait, what exactly?
Like you being pulled over and murdered by a cop, like just
yeah.
like the odds.
It happens more likely to what? Is there stats to back this?
There's stats about like the amount of people that it happens to by race.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's more black people who get shot by the cops than white people. Yeah, statistically. But like, I mean, we've already talked a lot about like other factors that have to do with it as well. Yeah, we've talked about that shit.
Yeah, we have. It's just it's a weird topic for me.
It's retarded.
Like
It's retarded, dude. This obsession with race that people have, bro. Like people need to just fucking, understand that they've been put under this spell where they've been, programmed to think about race as though it's a real fucking thing.
I mean, we're all just humans.
The only impact that it has is due to the way we think about it. It's ridiculous. People are so.
We should just just stop talking about it.
But have you thought about how people are programmed to see racism everywhere? Like they're looking for a ghost. Like they're looking for it in the subconscious minds of people.
I know.
Like this is the place we've gotten to.
Like if they could find something that's related to just racism
and they haven't proved it. They've done all these experiments and they're worthless. Like the implicit bias experiments and shit. Like, what the fuck are people doing, bro? We've lost our fucking minds here, bro. We really have gone. This is what one thing that I do to a degree agree with Terrence McKenna on. I'm bringing him up because it's 420. He was a fucking stoner.
Let's bring him up.
It. You know, he was saying, you know, culture is your operating system. You know, culture is the program that you and your society live under. You know, and that operating system can make you behave in some very weird ways. And he thought psychedelics was a way to just deprogram that shit, like just.
I mean, definitely.
And then just from there, you can get like a blank slate and just fill in the holes your own way. You know, remove the cultural filter, and just place in your own shit. That's how he saw it. And people see weed that way to a certain extent. It's not like a complete culture thing, because you're not going to take weed and like feel like you died, went to another dimension, and came back.
Yeah, at all. Yeah.
You're not going to have the Jesus being crucified experience, you know? But you're definitely going to have an experience. You know, you're definitely going to see things from a different angle. And
For sure.
You know. So, yeah, that's just how I feel, man. We've gone culturally in a way that where we've been so absorbed into this way of thinking about identity that we're so fucking obsessed with it. We can't see.
I'm just done with the race talk.
We can't see other shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta.
At this point, it's kind of cliche.
It's 100%, bro. It was cliche 10 years ago. It was fucking cliche 10 years ago.
The thing is that it's just information like being spread at like extreme rates. I think that's the main issue.
Yeah, that's a part of it, but it's like the information that people choose to spread, you know, because like if you...
Yeah, but since there's so much information, there's going to be so much misinformation.
But why that? Why that type of misinformation? Like, why information about that? Why is that the biggest thing?
What, race?
Why is that the biggest thing?
I wouldn't say it's the biggest, but it's one of the biggest.
It's treated like the biggest.
It's one of the biggest.
What's treated with more importance? Like, what are people more scared of than being called a racist in public discourse?
I mean, the next thing would be like homophobe.
Like no, a racist is worse.
Racist is worse than homophobe?
Yeah, definitely, by a large fucking margin.
You think so?
Yeah, you can say some homophobic shit and apologize. You know,
you can't say some racist shit and apologize?
It depends on how it was. If it was like genuine racism, if it was a joke that you made and you're a comedian or some shit, like, okay, fine.
What happened if you weren't a comedian?
If it was a joke, still, you might be able to pull it off. But, you know, if it was like genuine racism, you know, you can't really pull that shit off. Homophobia is getting harder. It's catching up. But like all of it is just identity.
Got you.
Like shit that people don't control and obsessing over it and obsessing over what other people think about it. And
but you don't think that's just people that just are on the internet? Like, let people on the street...
No. You talk to people on the street, they're not going to tell you that unless you, like, fucking bring it up in a douchey way.
Yeah, of course.
Like
but I'm saying, like...
That's not general discourse. This is Twitter land.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is real life. What are you fucking talking about?
Bro, in real life, none of that is going on. A lot of those people...
It's going on. It's just not that big a deal. It's not that huge part of life that media makes it seem like it is.
100%.
It's 100% not like that. It's the opposite of that, really.
The people that are extremely worried about are just people that are sitting on the chair just tweeting about it. Those are the 100% hotheads about it.
Well, yeah. The issue is they have a bigger voice than everyone because they're the ones that are doing it.
And
they're making everyone else think about it, and they're having more influence all the time.
Listen, freedom of speech, whatever you want to promote or talk about, I don't give a fuck, bro. But like, I don't know, just like
I want sanity.
I mean, that's impossible.
I want sanity, man.
We need a balance. We need some insanity.
That's the issue. There is no balance. It's just insanity everywhere. It's like cultural viruses being everywhere, all over the internet, just spreading from person to person. Morphing like the fucking coronavirus a few months ago that suddenly disappeared.
No, go
ahead. That was it.
I was just gonna say I was actually watching this video today called "The First YouTube Killer."
Fuck.
And it was about this kid that like
the Dr. Todd guy.
Dr. Todd?
Yeah, is that Todd Grande, the guy that does the videos about like that he tries to like use mental health analysis.
Oh no! You're talking about like JCS or whatever, criminal psychologically, whatever, psychology.
No, I don't know what that is, but
right,
something like that.
I'm lost. All right, I don't know. I'm high. Fuck. What was I saying? Oh, the first YouTube killer. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I was gonna send you a link of it, but it's just funny because like I'm assuming he becomes a killer. I don't know and I'm assuming he was a YouTuber. That's how it ends or some shit.
Right.
But in the beginning, like when he's growing up, they talk about like his childhood, and like apparently he had gotten bullied a lot because he enjoyed communist views, and like
right, I understand.
and
yeah.
like
And he ended up going on some Nazi shit.
yeah, but he didn't believe in human rights.
No, clearly not.
There was just so many funny little things that he was like that he had gotten bullied for, and I was just like, which is kind of mean. Like if somebody has a belief like that, I wouldn't bully them. I just don't believe in that shit at all.
No, I agree.
You feel me? Like I'd be able to have a conversation with you, but to bully somebody just off that's a little too much.
That's
like,
pretty douchey.
Yeah, I'm not for that.
And you're not doing anything. You think you're gonna change that guy's mind by being a dick to him?
Yeah, like at least having a good debate or like a good thorough conversation would probably be 100% better. But whatever. And then like his teacher was talking about how like he had seen like he would see the kid pull up to class with like what are those books, the Mao books, like
the Mao's Little Red Book and
the
shit
red
like
book,
that.
yeah, that shit. He would pull up with that shit to class, just like, and this kid was like at like, I don't know, he was like 14, like 15. But the thing is, this wasn't in the U.S. This was in
India.
Finland.
Oh, Finland.
Yeah. Yeah, random as shit. Some kid named Pekka.
Oh fuck! This is getting.
Yeah,
you sure this isn't satire? Are you being trolled, bro?
100%. And then like that's how far I got before I started working and
This
shit.
is-
I was gonna send you it because I just thought it was just
Absolutely
it was based.
ridiculous.
Like this kid that just believes in
The fact
communist
that this
views.
guy exists.
I think he might be dead. I don't know.
Shit, bro.
He might be, or he might be in jail. I didn't get to see it. But yeah, bro, like that's a weird take. Like a kid growing up and just believing in like.
Yeah, people.
I forgot. I forgot why he even like went in that path. But whatever, go ahead.
No, I mean, I was gonna say like, yeah, people that are like going through a bunch of shit, they get attached to like any
weird things.
any ideology that makes them like forget about them and like attaches them to something bigger than them because they feel worthless. You know.
Yeah.
You can attach yourself to something bigger than you. Fuck, bro. Nazism.
Yeah, but that's so weird. Like to just like to make that like your life and like not saying that made him like made him his life or like, but like that's just a weird way to. I don't know how things are in Finland.
Things are pretty fucking good in Finland, bro.
I don't know. What, for real?
Things are fine. There's not that many people there. It's pretty egalitarian.
Low crime.
Low crime.
So
Yeah.
for him to just like, I don't know. That's weird. What's the economy over there like?
What economy? It's like 12 people live there. I'm fucking with you.
Really? I don't know.
No. The economy in Finland, I mean, there's businesses.
Is it like a free
they're
market?
Not like huge, enormous fucking businesses. Yeah, they have
Like, are people happy there? Is it
they
off
have
the?
they have a market economy. You know?
Okay.
They got some social safety net shit, but on the other hand, they probably have the Scandinavian countries, which they're part of that.
So it's decent.
Yeah, they have like, but they do have like, because sometimes Bernie be like, oh, we should be like them, and sometimes like the presidents of Scandinavian countries be popping up like, yo, stop saying we're socialists, we're capitalists. The fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, they be saying that.
They be saying that. Like, yeah, I literally had a president correct him on that.
That's funny.
So, anyways, just Bernie's on some bullshit.
But yeah, that's just random shit I was just watching. Like, homie from Finland. I gotta finish that shit.
Yeah,
That might be how I finish my 420, smoking some weed and seeing what Pekka ends up doing.
that's definitely what you gotta find out what Pekka does, bro. That's the whole point of 420, bro.
He ends up. I mean, the title is a killer, so I guess he ends up killing somebody. sadly.
Definitely, yeah. Maybe it's him at the end.
Damn. That could be a plot twist.
Yeah. That's a shame.
But yeah.
Fuck, bro.
How long are we recording for?
We've been recording for an hour 23 minutes.
Damn, and it hasn't died yet?
No, dude, I told you I charge this shit good, bro.
Okay.
How you feel about video games in the future, bro?
Trash.
You think they're gonna be trash?
100%.
Why? You think it's gonna be like really small developers with some shitty? It's gonna be like some fucking.
There's gonna be no passion in it.
Really?
That's my honest take.
Ah.
I think the best way to video game is how we have it at this moment right now. Like, this is the prime. Like, we are the golden.
But why do you think it's gonna get worse though?
I mean, maybe not worse. There obviously would be new creative ways to play.
You think it'll be like Hollywood, where like it's just
I'm not into VR,
the same
bro.
overplayed bullshit, just over effects, like.
I'm not into VR,
Oh,
bro.
the graphics are amazing, but it's the same game as another one, just stacked up with different characters.
Just when I think of video games in the future, I just think VR, because I think it's going to get so...
I think VR, the issue with VR is that they got to make it in a way that people actually want to, like, fucking do it.
It's trash,
Because
though.
otherwise, it's just a bunch of people who are serious fucking gamers spending hundreds of dollars on shit that gives them migraines.
That's what I'm saying. That shit looks like it gives you a headache.
It could end up easily becoming like 3D and flopping, you know? I remember 3D movies and shit. Avatar was the prime. After that, it was just...
Damn, I mean, yeah.
Come on, let's be real. I have a 3D TV. I have not put on 3D glasses in like a decade.
Yo, my parents used to have a 3D TV too. Like, what? Oh my God, I can't believe, like, companies getting away with this shit.
Come on, bro.
Dog, but nah, video games, we're at the fucking prime. Like, we are the golden video game kids. 100%.
I don't think VR necessarily is going to take off the way that it is right now. I think it'll come out different. I don't think the technology is good there. I don't think the way that we're seeing it now is the way it's going to be.
The most advanced we've gotten so far, like, in the good way, is like the Nintendo Wii or like Nintendo Switch, where you could, like, motion play.
Yeah.
That would be the best way, me personally.
It has to be real. In a way that it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm fucking putting on this annoying ass thing.
It doesn't even have to be real though, because that's my whole thing.
But that's what people want though. People want like an experience, man. People don't want some bullshit. I mean, people want, like, for example, indie games. People don't mind, you know. These are like whatever graphics, but the game is great and like, the gameplay is amazing, and like these guys are really original, you know, and it's a twist on things.
For sure.
So like, you know, there's only a certain amount of time where you, like, you know, reshape the formula before people are like, all right, dude, just leave it at that. You know?
I guess.
It's like music, you know, in a way, because, like, music, technology for music is, like, enhanced. But nobody would be like, I got the 4D speakers now. I'm coming up with this new listening technology that makes fucking, you know, deaf people hear some shit.
I just don't think, like, the basic Xbox console, hands-on controller, look at TV, that won't be beat.
I think if it won't be beat, they'll just keep making that same formula better.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that.
That's fine.
Like if as they have like upgraded the Xbox One to like Xbox S or PS5, I'm fine with all that.
That's gonna keep happening.
Yeah,
until they figure out something that it can, like.
VR is the only other option. Think about it.
But VR is going to be a lot different, because VR is going to be the Internet of Things. VR is going to be a thing where you go into your house and you can see, like, fucking, you know.
And you could be like a Playboy, a dude in the Playboy Mansion fucking girls, like in VR.
You can be
anything you want.
Seeing shit that looks every bit as real without wearing anything.
Right. You just go into this, like, you wear this little helmet thing or whatever,
right,
or like a little thing, and that's it.
And if you have like a like in the future, now it's going to be expensive because it's new.
Yeah, of course.
But soon it'll get cheaper. And so can you imagine going into your house and you go into one room in your house and you have like every single corner in your room, you put like a little pin or some shit.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you just go into this fucking world and you really don't have to move much. You can have the same controller. It's just 360 real fucking bombs going on around you, 100% really there.
I mean, I get the whole thing.
It looks better, it feels better. And then you try putting on a TV and you're like, bro, this is so prehistoric.
It's a Black Mirror episode.
This is so prehistoric.
The last episode of Black Mirror.
But can you compare? I mean, think about it. Like, how many people actually read now?
How many
people read a story
just
because they love a story?
A lot of people.
Compare it to TV.
I mean, obviously,
I read a lot.
There's more visual people than like actually like reading. Like they rather just watch something like a film.
But
or
do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to go back in terms of technology.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. Like if you get a PS5, right, and you compare the graphics, like go back and play a PS1.
Right, it's aged.
You're gonna be like, bro, what the fuck am I doing?
Right.
You're not gonna feel the same. You're gonna be like, I can't play this shit.
But my whole point is that it's either, like we said, it's just gonna keep expanding.
Bro, we're comparing. Look, when I talk to you about the VR, the formula that actually works. I'm not saying I understand what it is. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's not the piece of shit that you're wearing at a store.
All right.
Right.
You're saying like the most
I'm
advanced.
saying they're gonna figure it out.
Right.
Maybe you keep the controller. Who gives a fuck? The controller feels good. It's something that you have in your fucking.
But you're saying
hand.
once they make it the best.
Once they make that a genuine experience,
the best prototype they can get, and people finally like it, it'll be the new thing.
and they figure out how to make it like fucking cheap.
You think people are ditching the controller once that happens?
No, not they might keep the controller. I'm just saying, like, imagine you're actually in that place, like 360 up, down, everywhere.
Yeah, like in an actual world.
Just
like
your room is in that world.
that's
for
what
real.
I was gonna say.
And you have your controller in your hand.
Yeah, and I mean.
Right. Imagine just something similar to that. Just imagine something.
So like I'm in college.
Would you want to go back to the fucking TV?
I get what you're trying to say. Like it'll be tough. Like
it would be so immersive that you wouldn't feel anything. It's like pussy compared to beating off. You know what I mean?
it would have to be enjoyable though, of course. But you're saying in the perfect world where they do fix it and makes it, of course.
Which they will.
Yeah, which they'll figure it out. Somebody will.
You know?
But that's gonna take
But
years
no one
though.
wants a fucking fucking
That's gonna take years.
migraine tumor inducing
Yeah. That's gonna take
VR
years.
headset.
Like it has to be like on some like extreme future, like next level.
It'll get there, man. The fucking metaverse. You know what I mean?
And then like what you could like have sex when you're like in this world.
Oh man, people are definitely not gonna get married anymore. It's gonna be like the family's gonna cease to exist. Everyone's gonna be made in labs and shit. You know?
Not even that. Like love wouldn't even be real. It'll be fucking dimensional.
Love is digital. Why would you want some chick that might cheat on you? You could have like some perfect digital chick. You know what I mean? Who's every bit as real. And at some point it won't even be stigmatized anymore. That's the fucked up thing about the future. That could happen. That's like, and to us that's such a fucking horrible thing.
I'm just trying to fathom how can they make it to that level where it just feels
I feel like that's a goal that they have.
where it feels 100% real, like real life.
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
I'm just trying to fathom how that could even be true.
Can you imagine Pornhub in the future? It'll just be like, yo, what do you want to do? Let's do it. You know?
Billions.
What do you want to do to someone?
Let me just tell you. Let me tell you, when that happens, billions of people will be lined up.
No, so many people will not be able to have like real sex, bro. After that, it'll be just like
it'll be all over.
Like, I'm sorry, bro, but I'm just not excited about this. Like,
not even that. The population, the human race would probably end.
No, bro, we're doing it in labs.
Yeah,
we're doing it in labs. That's what I'm saying. The family disappears because if you were born in a lab, who's your dad? Who's your mom?
I mean, yeah. I mean, born in a lab in what sense, though?
And just the government decides how many people are born, like China style.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking future technocratic dictatorship, you know.
Oh,
we eliminated nature. This is the new order of barbarians. We're doing this. That's
trash. That's trash. No.
That's where we're going.
No, I don't think so.
Technology's moving. Look, the more we depend on technology, the more... I mean, what did we have before technology? We had nature. And we depended on nature. Nature was pretty set. Nobody owned nature. Technology, you can own technology.
True.
The more people depend on it, the more you can own them because you control them through technology. And they depend less on nature. And so the more that happens, the closer we move towards depending on that technology. And then we have to just, oblige it the same way that we oblige nature. We had no choice. We lived in it. We depended on it.
That can't happen.
I know I'm putting some fucked up dystopian Black Mirror shit.
100%. Be the next.
But it just seems so real to me because I've listened to Klaus Schwab talk shit for years now, and it's just gotten to that point where.
Dude, have you heard about the thing about the whole debacle with Brendan Schwab or whatever his name is?
The Klaus Schwab, or you mean Brendan Schaub, like the UFC fighter? The
UFC fighter, Brendan Schaub.
What about him?
Like he's like suing a YouTuber.
Fuck you bringing that bullshit up?
It's just funny because
what is that about?
I don't know. I didn't do my research, but I think the YouTuber was making fun of him.
Oh my god, that's petty.
And now he's like, but yo, the internet be like trying Brendan Schaub, dog.
But Brendan Schaub does it to himself, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I've listened to too many podcasts with him on.
People be going hard on him, dog.
Bro, the dude has the personality of fucking hot sauce in someone's eye. Right.
Yo, people be like, yo, this motherfucker is not funny. Like, he only makes it because of Joe. I feel bad at one point.
I can't say anything about that because it's kind of like true.
Listen, bro, Whatever, dog. I just thought it was funny.
I'm not saying he's not funny. I can't say he's not funny. I haven't
Is
even
he?
listened to his stand-up like that. I mean, I don't find him funny personally, but like...
I never even
But
knew
a
he
lot
was
of
a
other people
comedian.
might find him funny.
I didn't know he was a comedian, though.
He's doing everything now. He does stand-up. He has his
Podcast.
podcast. He's fucking Joe Rogan Jr., you know? Joe Rogan's on him. He's like, dude, you're not fighting good anymore. You got brain damage. Stop before you get the Parkinson's. You end up like Muhammad Ali, but with...
There's even clips of like him, like with like people saying how he has like brain
But let's
damage.
be real. I mean, he was an amazing athlete. He did shit that almost no one could do. I mean, I was never in the fucking UFC. The man's fucking done a lot of shit. I gotta give him props.
Yeah, but
You
to
know?
sue a YouTuber,
And he's making
though?
money and shit. I don't know what happened between him and the YouTuber.
I think it was 'cause-
It's not off the... just from now, it sounds petty. The way...
Don't ever sue a YouTuber. Like
It sounds petty.
that just sounds bad.
I mean, unless he's like...
No, what? Like what? There's
Yeah, if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if he comes out and pulls your social security number out?
All right, yeah, I know, but like they didn't do that. Like
But
they,
I understand
they-
what you mean. Like, generally, it's just some guy talking shit. You know?
Yeah,
Come on,
like-
bro. How petty is this? We gotta take this shit to court?
Yeah, he's doing it, but whatever. That's just
That's some Trump shit.
These are just. Speaking of Trump, apparently he has an interview coming out with Piers Morgan. Is that
Where he
his name?
left?
Yeah,
He
you seen
left
that?
the interview. He stormed out.
Oh god,
He was looking extra orange in that interview.
He
Did you
always
notice?
looks orange.
Motherfucker look like a goddamn
Does
cheesy.
Trump spray tan?
Definitely.
He does, right?
Definitely, yes.
Dog, he does that too much though.
Listen, man,
Oh man,
he has to maintain that Cheeto
vibe.
aesthetic, you know?
So, bruh, did you see the dog? Listen, bruh, have you seen the Joe Biden clips, bruh?
Which ones? There's
Where
a
he
lot.
talks about McDonald's, bruh.
What the fuck did Joe Biden say about McDonald's?
Yo,
McDonald's?
and I got another clip of Joe Biden again,
Bro, Joe Biden just...
where he's done with his speech.
Why does this guy ever get off his teleprompter? It just doesn't
Where
make
he's
sense.
done, he's done with his speech or whatever. He's like at the podium and like he's done and he's like walking off and he's shaking like nobody. He's trying to shake someone's hand but nobody's there. Like it's just like at some point I just feel bad for the guy, dog. Like
Man. I just find
Oh
Biden
my
to be a
God.
funny guy. Like
he
just,
is funny. That's why I'm laughing. I don't care.
the way he walks is too much.
Pulling up to a McDonald's. How many times you see people pulling up to a McDonald's sitting outside during the pandemic so they could do their homework because they can get off of their how many times you see people pull
What is he talking
What
about?
the fuck is he talking about,
How
bro?
many people have pulled up to
When
McDonald's?
did you see a line of McDonald's to do homework, bro? What the fuck is he talking about? We need the free Wi-Fi to get to our student port. What
Oh
the fuck are you talking about?
God, dude. And Kamala be making me crack up too.
No,
dog.
Kamala, I forgot she even exists, bro. You brought her up. Like, why'd you bring her up, bro? I was having a good life forgetting about her.
Yo, Kanye be ranking on Kamala. I should be having
That's
me
because
dead.
Kamala's the worst, like, person to just put in that position right now, man. Oh, I saw that. That's where he's just, bro. He has no idea where to go or what to do or where to look.
American manufacturing is coming years ago, as you all know.
That appear to be the...
The fucking presidential music is perfect with that shit. What a fucking patriot. Look, he's just staring at the flag. Does he recognize it? Fuck me, bro.
Oh man, poor Biden, dude. Jesus Christ, dog. It doesn't stop, dog.
What a life this guy's living right now. There's a fucking war in Ukraine. They're leaking his fucking son, you know, doing pedophile shit in a laptop. You
Yo,
know?
what's up with his son, dude?
His son's a fucking crazy dude.
Like, where is he?
Haven't I
be seeing your tweets about him.
it's too. How can you ignore it? It's too funny the fact that this shit is happening, bro. First of all, there's the other shit where apparently it looks like he's fucking the Obama's daughters and shit.
What the hell?
You know, on the laptop, and there's like her credit card is there and shit.
No way.
And Rudy Giuliani's been leaking all this shit. And
Oh, God.
There's just it's all over the place, dude. People are loving it. I'm sure, you know, the government of China would love to just, you know, get the United States obsessed with it. So would Russia.
Shout out to my guy Hunter, bro.
What the fuck are you saying?
Shout out to him, dog.
Bro, fuck Hunter.
What? You'd have him on the pod though.
Of course, I'd have him on the pod. Come
All right,
right
so,
along.
so
shit.
shout out to Hunter.
Explain this shit, Hunter.
Listen, he needs somebody to indulge
Can
in.
you tell me about this pedophile foot job you got in this video while you were smoking crack?
I'll smoke a blunt with him. He'll spill the truth out. He'll spill the
He
beans.
won't smoke a blunt. He'll smoke some crack
Vice
with you.
President Kamala Harris.
I believe without
This isn't the clip, but whatever. It's just a clip about Kamala talking about space and like
Get the fuck out of here.
you can tell
Is that
she.
on 420?
Yeah, I think it might have been today, and you can tell she has nothing good to say about
She
it.
must have wanted to celebrate 420.
Let me
That
see.
NASA shit is fire.
Let me see, bro. Cause
God bless America.
God bless America. Kamala Harris space. Look, it's already 190 tweets in the last hour. Of course.
Oh my God.
Let's see what she says.
exciting. Space is exciting. It spurs our imaginations and it forces us to ask big questions.
Pause that shit.
Space, it affects us all
Pause that.
and it connects.
That was the worst Neil deGrasse Tyson impression I've ever heard in my life.
But yeah, it affects us all and it connects us all. Like this, the most vague shit you can say. Like, why even have her on?
Yo, did you ever look up this guy, Michio Kaku, that I told you to look up? You gotta look that guy up, dude. You're missing out, dude. The
Kaku. How do you
physicist,
spell that?
Michio, Michio.
How do you spell his last name?
Kaku, Kaku.
Oh, this guy.
That dude is very fucking. I mean, you're gonna love his shit because he combines like
He looks like
he's a theoretical physicist, right? He loves he's specialized in string theory.
Oh, that's what string theory. That's
Yeah.
okay. And what should I search up for him?
Bro, just watch his shit. You're just on some extremely stoned shit. Just watch it.
It's interesting.
Just watch some documentaries. He's on a bunch of episodes of Ancient Aliens too, man. You got to get on that, bro.
Where can I watch Ancient Aliens?
On the History Channel.
Is it on YouTube? Because that's my main source.
Oh yeah,
of-
there's a bunch of that shit. Or I could just give you a website where you can steal everything, illegally.
Like if I search up Ancient Aliens, it'll pop up, right?
Yeah, they'll pop up some shit.
Some clips.
Definitely. We're still on the podcast, by the way. This motherfucker, you out there browsing and shit.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm gonna watch one of these things when I'm done smoking. Are we done?
Yeah, we should finish up already. We're at an hour and 40 minutes. Just fucking.
Woo!
I was just going with the 420 vibe.
Fuck it, dog. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good 420. Even though by the time you're hearing this, it's probably not 420.
I hope the weed you smoked today makes you forget that it was Hitler's birthday.
Peace.
Peace.